Okay, here we are back again. We've got the blanks are done, and Mark has turned an outstanding set of ferrules for us. And today we're going to mount these ferrules. We're going to cut the cane and glue the ferrules onto the cane. So that involves we got to shape the cane to accept the ferrule. And then we're going to do one butt, and then we're going to do the butt, and we're going to do one tip because it's a step down ferrule, so we want to demonstrate that. Anything you want to add?
Yeah, the butt section is probably the quickest one because it's only a single cut going up through there, and once that cut's done, the ferrule should slide right over that. The tips are a little bit different because we're using what we call a step down ferrule. In other words, there's a thicker part and then a thinner part the closer you get to the end. So we have to cut the thicker part first, and then we cut the thinner part in second. It's a two-step process, but it doesn't really take that much longer. It's a matter of just changing out a cutter. So.
Okay, we'll do that today. Then we'll do the cutting, then we'll take a break and come back and do the gluing. And then next time we get together, we'll be mounting putting on the grip and the reel seat and getting ready to do the guide spacing and things like that. So over to you, Mark.
Alrighty, now we're going to fire up the lathe here and get the first cut done.
You got it? Okay, I'm using the clear cutters. It makes a nice clean cut on the bamboo. But there's still some file and sandpaper work you ordinarily need to do to get
That lice just the right fit.
Get the fit where you want it. So that's a good fit. Nice tight to the wrap will climb right up over that and it'll look just right.
Yeah, this is the tip section going in now. Push that.
I'm going to make two cuts on this one for the step down ferrule. You cut the full length with the larger diameter, and then you'll go back and cut the step down with a smaller bit, or work it down with the file. I don't know how you're going to do it. All right.
Here we go again.
Doing a distance mark for the second cut.
Bruce there? Yeah. A little history of yourself here.
Now we get the step down cut here.
I think you should be here.
Should be. Oh, but you know, this is an
Didn't work any part.
Now I look better now.
All right.
Old reels, have these, some of these old metal, is gonna collect.
So we got that one on there, nice tight fit. Again, the thread's gonna run up over that very nicely. So these will wrap easy and they'll be pretty. So we're gonna take a break now and get the other one fitted, and then we'll come back for the gluing.
And that I
Okay, we're back. Mark's got the ferrules cut, they're mounted, they're ready to glue. So that's what he's doing now. He's getting the glue prepped, and he's going to mount the ferrules that are, as I've heard it referred to. I've always said it, they're going to glue the damn things on, but that's what we're up to now, and Mark's going to do that and show us.
This is a special epoxy that's made for just for rod making. It doesn't react with the metals in the ferrules, and it's got probably about the strongest bond I've ever seen. Plus, if you need to make a repair on it, and what have you, it comes off real easy too. So. Just wipe off the excess here. It's been pushed on pretty hard. Now the next step, when these ferrules were made, there were slits cut into it so that it could kind of. When I cut the ferrule station, I made a slight incline for it so that the taper of the wrapping station on there, it could spread out a little bit. It ends up nice and flat that way. So. So it's not a good thing. A few half inches to hold it in place. Usually I use the heat gun to thin out the glue or the epoxy when I put it on, because it will get air pockets in there. But as warm as it is today, I don't think I'm going to need it. That first one went on without a burp. There's the first one done. And now I'll do the same thing for the tip sections. This epoxy doesn't really need to be thick in order for it to adhere. In fact, the thinner you can make the joint between the two pieces, the better you are. Because epoxy uses a chemical bond that doesn't require, like wood glues do.
Okay, he's gonna wrap that tab down flat again, and then do the same thing on the next one. I think you've seen this once, you've pretty much seen it all. So nothing that it doesn't get more interesting the more you do it. But next time we get together, we'll be lapping these ferrules. Mark's gonna lap the ferrules to get them to get a good tight fit, male, female, butt to tip, and we'll put on the reel seat and the grip. And then let that, so the glue set on those, and then we'll be ready to wrap. And once we get it wrapped, we'll be ready to dip, and then we'll be ready to put it in a sack and test cast it, and then put it in the sack. So thank you, Mark. Appreciate the efforts, and we'll see you again next week.
All right.